Hello everybody, Banyan here. Having a ringy-dingy good time. Banyan here with the Hypnosis, etc. program. Gosh, like 480 something videos. Hey, if you're not watching this video on calbanyan.com, you want to go there right now, because right there with this video is additional text, links, images that make this video content more valuable to you, and also a link where you can get instant access to all of our many brief hypnosis training videos that you can have for free. Let's see here. What's on the agenda today? You know, everybody, if you're important, you've got a clipboard. And even if you're not important, if you have a clipboard, you look like you're important. So, looking on my checklist here, I have how to blast through client procrastination. That's right. We have a whole bunch of clients that come to us that just aren't getting stuff done. And they say, can you help me with my procrastination? And of course we say, yes, that's easy. We do it all the time. And who came up with this brilliant topic? Well, the brilliant co-host of mine, Erika Flint. Erika Flint came from the world of software engineering and professional problem solving. And one day she said, you know what? I think I want to work with the most powerful computer in the world. She started studying and reading and got interested in hypnosis, got certified as a hypnotist, but her initial certification just wasn't enough to really get her going the way she wanted to be going with her profession. She did more research, found out about our 5-path program, got our DVD course, studied that, and all of a sudden she had what she needed to be able to start seeing clients. Then she went through our 7-day Week of Power Advanced Hypnosis and Hypnotherapy program, and she was rolling along even better. I met her at the NGH convention a few years ago, was very impressed, got to know her better, and soon invited her on the show, and she's been making podcasts with me ever since. How you doing, Erika?
I'm doing great, Cal. I've got my clipboard here. Just to be clear, mine is bright green, so I don't know what color yours is, but got my clipboard. It's been 2 years since we've been doing Hypnosis, etc. podcasts together, and it's been a lovely 2 years, I have to say. But before we get started, let me tell everybody about you. Banyan is the authority on hypnosis that works. He's been in the hypnosis profession for 20 years, and he's won nearly every award in the profession too, from the National Guild of Hypnotists, which is the oldest and largest hypnosis professional organization in the world. He is an author, he is a trainer, he is a speaker, and he's appeared on television and radio talking about hypnosis and talking about his books. He is the trainer of some of the very best in the world, and he is the person that experts in the field turn to for guidance in hypnosis. He's intelligent and innovative, and I absolutely love his very effective teaching style. I learn something from him every single time we talk. So I really look forward to these episodes because I know I'm going to learn something. So what do you think about that, Cal?
I think you've worked things out really well for yourself. All right, thank you very much for that introduction. So, gosh, here's this deal. These clients are doggone procrastinators, but they don't want to procrastinate anymore. So what are we going to do about it, Erika?
Well, yeah, so this is really, there's a couple of things happening here. First of all, most of our clients are procrastinating something, right? They're putting off. So here's the definition of procrastination: the act of delaying or postponing something. So clearly, and we probably all suffer a little bit from this, but there might be a variety of reasons. Here I'm talking about a couple of things. So first of all, to be very clear, the work that we do with clients in 5-path helps with procrastination kind of across the board, even if your client doesn't tell you that they're procrastinating, all right? So there's the scenario where the client comes in and actually says, I don't know why, I just keep procrastinating. So this is the scenario that I'm talking about, where your client actually has a belief that they are procrastinating, or they're actually labeling themselves as a procrastinator. And I want to make this distinction because you have a client on the one hand who actually believes they're a procrastinator, and that can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And then on the other hand, you have clients who just aren't doing things that they want to be doing. And the work we do in 5-path deals with both of those situations very well. But I want to very specifically help those clients who think they're procrastinating, because when we can point out to them and get rid of that procrastination, we help them beyond whatever they came in for, because then they won't be that procrastinator anymore. We get rid of that label. So what do you think about that, Cal?
Perfect. I think that what's really going to be good is we're going to go first after the cause of the procrastination, and then we're going to help them understand the kind of what's the function of procrastination with the secret language of feelings, and then just move them into being proactive again, right?
Right, yeah, absolutely. So we have such a powerful tool in hypnosis in general, but also in 5-Path to help with procrastination. It is called age regression. So one of the ways that I like to help clients if they think that they are a procrastinator and this is something that's really bothering them, it's tripping them up, and if I think that this is the thing we need to address that day, what I do with them is called a date time age regression, where I will ask the client to go back to the most recent time where they were procrastinating. But guess what? We go before they were actually procrastinating. We get what they were thinking, what they were feeling, what was going on in their environment. We understand all of those things, and that helps us determine what's going on with the client, and that helps us get to that root cause. Right, Cal?
You know, as you're saying that, I'm thinking about, you know, only really 5-pathers understand this to this degree. And that what you're going to do is you're going to go back to this time when they're procrastinating, go to, you know, which is they're doing something. They're watching TV, or they're having a bowl of cereal, or they're just reading, you know, another mindless, you know, novel. And you go before that and you find out what was going on. And then we get we're going to find out what's happening, what are they thinking, what are they feeling, and you really can get to the cause. But this idea of doing a date-time regression to the most recent time or a recent time when they were procrastinating just unlocks the whole thing. And I remember when I first developed that technique to uncover that way, it was working with secondary gain. But then I learned that this applies to all kinds of different things. Perfect, Erika. Please keep going.
All right, so yeah, very good. So, and then what happens is really cool to the client, for the client, because there is a moment where something shifts, where they are deciding, no, I'm not going to go on the run. I'm going to watch television instead. And that moment, that's what we want to capture, that moment. What happened right in that moment? And so when we resolve that for our client, the client feels better. Right? So when that happens, and this is just something that happened very recently for them, now they have a new technique for their future, right? So now they're understanding what's really going on. So, you know, I just want to go over a couple things that often happen with clients when they are procrastinating. And the first one I wrote down is very common. So I wanted to start with this one. Sometimes clients are just overwhelmed. Here's an example I'd like to offer for this one. Let's say somebody needs to clean out the garage. They don't want to clean out the garage. And so when you do this date time age regression with them, what you'll discover is that it's just too much. How they're thinking about it is they're thinking about getting the entire garage cleaned out all at once. It's probably a 2-day job. So you want to help your client understand that it happens one step at a time. So that's one of the things that I see all the time with procrastination. Has that happened to you too, Cal?
Yeah, and I know where you're going with this. You're going to a really good spot, and this is going to help a lot of people. Keep going.
All right, so the next thing is that then these people, what they start doing is they're distracting themselves with something else, right? So procrastination can actually be a distractor so that they're not doing the thing that they need to do. Is that what you were saying, Cal?
Well, yes, but you're also going to go on how to not look at it as such a big deal, right? It's like the old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right?
Right. Sorry, I thought I already said that. One step at a time. So breaking it down into smaller chunks. Just thinking about, all right, so just think about what can you do? And there's a couple different ways to do this. So, you know, just pick one section of the garage to do, or set a timer. Just do it for 10 minutes, just do it for 15 minutes, that type of a thing. So not having our clients think about the entire thing, thinking about it, what can they get done one little bit at a time. And that's really helpful for people. Just imagine, okay, you're just going to do it for 30 minutes and just that one corner. You're just going to clean out the paint cans. You're just going to organize the tools. You're just going to hang the bikes and the skis and blah, blah, blah. All of that stuff can be a very effective way at helping them do that. Does that what you mean?
Yeah, and the first time I heard this approach for hypnotism was by Don Martin, and he's got this script for like exercise, and people would think, oh God, I should exercise for 20 minutes, and they just, that's such a big job, and so he'd say, well, let's reduce this to the ridiculous, and he would give them the hypnotic suggestion, something like this, every day, when you get home from work, you're going to exercise for at least 1 minute. 1 minute of exercise, because that you can always do 1 minute of exercise. So now just accept that suggestion that every single day you're going to, or whatever it is, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever they're working on, you're going to do at least 1 minute of exercise. No matter what happens, you can always fit that in. Isn't that true? Good. And then it expands to, and I love this, you now realize that it was always the first minute of exercise that got in the way all along. Once you get dressed, you get ready, you get started, it'll be very easy to go on to doing more. So beautiful. Keep going.
Yeah, that specific example you're using right there works very well. I use it all the time. Because once clients are working out for 7 days a week, even if it's just 7 minutes, guess what? Now they feel more accomplished. Now they know that they can do it. Now they know that they can set goals for themselves and follow through. So they start feeling better. They are setting these goals and they are following through on them. So they're making this promise to themselves and they're keeping it. So very, very good. I like that example a lot. Very effective. All right, so a lot of times what's happening is with procrastination, clients they're kind of using it as a distractor, and they fall into what we've talked about before, that feel bad, distract cycle, right, Cal?
Right, and you guys, if you're not familiar with that, go to thesecretlanguageoffeelings.com. thesecretlanguageoffeelings.com, and it's all about this approach. And also there is a book that I wrote called The Secret Language of Feelings, and there's a shortcut for the domain name, the URL. If you want, you can just put tslof.com, and it'll get you there. I have some other audios there you can listen to that'll catch you up on this idea that these behaviors that people are doing, eating too much, drinking too much, smoking too much, TV too much, all this stuff are distractors and a way to manage uncomfortable feelings. Please go ahead.
All right, very good. All right, so the next thing is sometimes procrastination just becomes a bad habit. And people, like I said before, they label themselves as a procrastinator. They're like, oh no, I'm just a procrastinator. That's just what I do. I always procrastinate when it comes to yard work. I always procrastinate when it comes to cleaning the garage or cleaning the attic or doing taxes, right? I always procrastinate when it comes to taxes. So if that's the issue for your client, that's a limiting belief. And so you can really, you can flip that around for them, because they don't always have to be doing that, right? You can show them that there's another way to go about this.
When they do that, it's almost making it okay. I take after my dad. He was a procrastinator. I'm a procrastinator. And it's in a way it almost makes it feel like it's okay to be that way, right?
Right, and then so therefore they've just almost resolved to the fact that that's part of who they are. They identify with it, and there's no way to change, and that makes it okay. So they're not going to try and fix it, right?
Yes. What are you going to do now?
Right, exactly. All right, so the next issue here that I think is this is a very interesting part of procrastination, because sometimes there's actually something much deeper going on with our clients. I'll give you an example of something that happened in my office. A client really was just procrastinating on cleaning out the attic in this case, and it wasn't even his attic. Okay, so his father had recently passed away, and he was dealing with the estate, and so he had to clean out all this stuff in his father's home. And what it came down to was that using age regression, right, we figured out what was the underlying root cause here. And he didn't want to let go of his father. He hadn't completely grieved. He didn't want to get rid of that memorabilia. He did not want to go through that stuff and get rid of anything. He didn't want to touch a thing. He wanted to keep that home pristine in just the way that it was when his father passed away. So we were able to address that underlying root cause and give him some better thinking and better ways of addressing, first of all, the what was going on with his relationship with his father, and then allow him to come up with a better solution for addressing what he wanted to do with that stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's really beautiful work. Very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, of course. This stuff is, I love doing this work, Cal. I mean, we get to help clients through some of the most challenging things in their whole life, and we get to help them, in a couple hours. And so it's really remarkable. And clients really appreciate being able to walk in the door feeling one way and walk out the door feeling completely different. And in this case, when we're talking about procrastination, you can help your client leave the door feeling, I guess I wasn't a procrastinator all along. I guess I was just not looking at things the right way, or I guess I just had some things that were tripping me up. And so it really helps them beyond what they came in for. Now they're not a procrastinator. Now they can do anything, right? So I wonder what you can do next. I love using that word wonder in hypnosis to help clients think about what their future could be like.
Cool. As you're doing that, I'm thinking about the person who didn't want to clean and mess up her father's stuff. And it's like, she can go away and say, I'm a procrastinator. She can be saying, I'm just sentimental. Isn't that so much nicer?
Right. Yeah. Very good point. I'm just sentimental. I loved him, right? I love my father and I don't want to get rid of these things. Okay. Well, what's realistic here? Do you really want to keep every single thing, or do you want to, give back to charity? In this case, your dad loved volunteering his time, and all of these materials can be helpful to somebody else. What would your father would have wanted? And it kind of went on from there, so that in the end she was feeling, you talk about that alchemy, Cal, where we're taking somebody from feeling frustrated and upset to feeling loving and gratitude and hopeful and thankful at the end. And that's exactly what happened.
One of the things that keeps this so interesting is each client is like a mystery novel. They come in and they have a goal, and there's what they want, and you never know what you're going to uncover and how it's going to go as you do this work. So it's age regression, and the other work we do is always interesting, and so I can't imagine ever getting bored when doing this.
I completely agree with you there. It's exciting every single day. It's exciting, it's worthwhile, and it's tremendously valuable for the client, and interesting as the hypnotist doing this type of work when we're doing the insight work, right? When we're doing the age regression and the forgiveness work. I love it.
Perfect. Oh, you got some more?
Nope, that's it. That's it for procrastination.
Good. I'm feeling very proactive now.
Very good.
I'm thinking, as you're doing this, I'm writing down my to-do list to add to my honey-do list that I have. So it's all very cool. All right, so wrap it up.
All right, very good. Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody. My name is Erika Flint. You can find me on our Hypnospace. I lead a marketing group there, and I'm also at CascadeHypnosisCenter.com. I'm teaching a class in October, the NGH-approved Banyan Hypnosis Super Course. It's the middle of October, and I'd love to see you there.
Perfect. All right. Also, it's just synchronicity. We're both teaching the class at the same time. I'm also teaching the NGH-approved Banyan Hypnosis Certification Super Course, and it's going to be October 3rd through the 14th here at our center in Tustin, California, weekend off in the middle. And so you're here in Southern California, go Disneyland or something like that on the weekend. Also, hey, go to facebook.com/hypnosis, etc., because the conversation kind of goes on there after the podcast. And then also make sure you hit our hypnospace.com. ourhypnospace.com. Erika's got a nice group in there talking about marketing hypnosis, and Brenda's got a nice group going on in there. I post notifications to this podcast when new videos come out. Oh, speaking of that, I want to recommend that you subscribe. You should subscribe, and so you don't have to remember to come to calbanyan.com. What we will do is every time a new video comes out, we'll send you a little message that says, hey, new video out, this is what it's about. Click a link and go there. So just either on this page, if there is a subscribe link, or you can go to videos at calbanyan.com. Now, it's blank email. Just send a blank email to videos@calbanyan.com, and we will send you our videos. All right, enough blah, blah, blah. Cal Banyan, signing out. This recording is the property of Cal Banyan and the Banyan Hypnosis Center for Training and Services, Incorporated. All rights reserved, for private use only, may not be duplicated without permission. For contact information, go to www.hypnosiscenter.com.